Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral, joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command as always. So today's video is going to be, a double whammy day, being the 28th of the 6th. So this video is coming with regards to a comment that I received recently, and it's not the only comment that I've received recently about this. So obviously the older generation players and the older players that have been playing the game for a few years now, obviously I'm not really talking to you because you already know the answer to most of this. I'm talking to more of the players that have recently joined us with regards to in the last couple of months, maybe the last couple of weeks or days. I'm talking mainly to them. However, if you want to stick around, if you're the older generation, you could potentially leave comments down below to help out the new players in the game and pick up on anything that I miss off in the process. So again, just to want to point out before we do start the episode, thank you to all the new subscribers. Once again, can't thank you enough. On our way to 1,000 subscribers as always. And today's episode is going to be about how to gain the most efficient way to gain faction credit / reputation. The most efficient ways of doing it, how to go about it, and then what to spend the credits on at certain periods of your sort of reputation with that faction. So I'm just going to point out straight away, as you all are aware, or should be aware if you've been following the channel for a while now, I am faction locked in all three factions. So I have all three of them at plus 10 million, which obviously 10 million is the faction lock for a faction. So as you can see, I am respected with all three of them, which means I have access to the epic ships, which is the level 34 ships and above. So I have access, or below should I say, I have access to everything up to the level 34 ships, and then you need to then get celebrated, which as you can see, I'm like 7 million off that one, and so on, and with the other two. The best ways to get the faction reputation, however, is a lot of it comes from your daily store itself. So with the daily store, if you scroll down and you look at obviously the hostile hunting that you have to do for certain ships, obviously this will be different depending on what reputation you are, however, and your rewards will be slightly different as well. So just bear that in mind. However, it's a very, very good way to get faction credits very easily. As you can see here, you get 40 from this one, and then the bigger one, you get 75. Another thing that goes with this as well, obviously you get the Federation, or you get the faction reputation. You do lose some with the other two, so just bear that in mind. However, it's not the end of the world. You can get them back pretty quickly. So you gain obviously reputation as well. Mine's obviously 30k for this one at the moment. This will again depend on the level you are or reputation you are with that faction at the time. Another bonus of doing these type of rewards is the amount of speed ups you get as well. Obviously, yes, you're going after the credits, but the speed ups is also a nice thing to be able to obtain, because you get, like for example this one, you get 30 minute speed ups, which obviously in the future that will come very, very handy. I believe I have over 15,000 30-minute speed ups now, so it's pretty handy when it comes to obviously getting your ships done and stuff like that. So obviously you have different factions. You have the three main factions that you can do whichever ones you want. Obviously do the hostile stuff for that, and then the other one to go with that is the mining events as well. So again, you get the exact same rewards, as well as a bonus of a little bit of ore in the process, but the rewards are the same. The Federation points and the credits are exactly the same. All you got to do is mine obviously 25,000 and 5,000. So this first one is actually really, really easy to obtain, and you get 40 credits for doing so. So each one you're getting 40 off that one and 75 off this one. So all in all, you're getting 115 credits, I believe, if I've done my maths correct there. Which means if you do both of them, you're getting 230 credits per the dailies, 230 off just them alone. And you're going to be able to obtain them every single day, no matter what. So you're going to be getting a guaranteed 230 points every single day. The only other way to do it, or there is other ways of doing it, if you do have a Vidar, if you do have access to a Vidar, depending on the level, again, this may change and vary. But if you are a high enough level, say you've maxed it out, or you're at a certain point that you're like, I'm quite happy to be that level, and you want to change some of your inner nano probes, then what you can do is change them to obviously the cubes themselves. That's what you want. You want your charge nano cubes, and then you can go in and you can physically buy the Federation credits, or whichever faction you want. You can physically buy the credits for it, and these obviously cost the cubes, so you can build your credits up via this way as well. Obviously, the higher level your Vidar, the more credits you will receive. Also, not only will that obviously help the higher level, but don't forget the research as well. So double refinery output is something that you can research, and that will double the amount of credits you will receive. So I'll quickly try and find that and show you where to find that. So if you go in the Galaxy tab, excuse me, my throat is killing. So you go in the Galaxy tab, and then you scroll all the way across. You have the different Vidar, sort of the newer Vidar ones that you can now get, and the main one which you want is the Borg rewards. So double rewards for faction credits and reputation in the Borg refinery, and better outcomes for the Latinum Antique refinery. So if you can get this. If you've been in the game for a while, you might have this already, because we did get it for, well, not for free, but we certainly got the capabilities to get it for quite easily. So that's something that you can look into potentially getting, which can help you get obviously the credits much faster than before. So that is another way of doing it. It's a very easy way of doing it as well, because obviously if you have a really good Vidar, like a maxed out level 9 Vidar, you will be getting a decent amount of credits off this every single day, because you won't need the nano cubes to be able to obviously go towards anything else. So you may as well get the credits with it, and that's something that I definitely highly recommend doing. The other way to do it, I don't know if I'll be able to show you, but we'll see if we can find any. The other way to do it is to do missions. So one of the things that obviously missions allow you to get is, one, they allow you to get a lot of reputation in a very short period of time. They also allow you to get a lot of credits for doing very minimal, providing obviously you can do that mission. So this is another way to get faction credits and reputation pretty easily overall, I would say. Obviously, unless you can't physically get your ship to a high enough level. But if you leave them and then go back to them, you know, when your ship's stronger, at least the credits, and this is the same for every faction, they have a decent amount of credits and reputation for each one. And that is also, like I say, another great way to get reputation and faction credits outside of basically the normal dailies and stuff like that. Other ways of getting them, if they have them in today, I don't think they do, but some of the away mission teams, sometimes you may be able to find these with credits in. Don't bank on it too much, because it's not that common, and if I'm honest, it's pretty lacklusterful overall. But sometimes you can find them in here, and obviously you can get a few extra credits every day essentially for that. And then the final way that I can think of, I might be missing something out here, but the final way that I can think of to get faction credits is to go try and find scouts. So scouts are obviously interceptors that you can try and intercept yourself, and you will get obviously different types of messages for depending on which obviously scout you hit, and then you can convert their messages into faction credits themselves. Obviously this again will depend on your reputation. So the more reputation you are with that faction, the more it costs in messages, and your reward goes up slightly. However, the most cost efficient way is to be a consort, and I believe it's 20 messages, and you get, I can't remember exactly, but it's somewhere like 80 or 100 messages, maybe 120 credits, sorry, for like 20. That's the most cost effective way of doing it. However, you can only do this once a day, so it's going to take you a very long time to obviously attain a decent amount of credits overall, especially if you're only staying at consort level. So there is that. So they're the only ways that I can personally think of, and the best ways to get credits within the game. Hopefully this has answered a lot of people's questions over the last couple of weeks. I know a lot of people have been asking for this, on the different sites that I obviously go on and visit. So hopefully this has sort of alluded to which ways are the best ways to do it. The dailies is the easiest way and is the most efficient, because obviously you're getting multiple bonuses for what you're doing. And then outside of that, if you have access to a Vidar, then yes, that is another great way to obviously be able to get credits for very little effort overall. But other than that, hopefully this video has been useful. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And I will see you for the next one. Bye-bye for now.